Hello, everyone. Welcome to the channel for everything Arsenal and everything football. Thanks for being here. I hope you're all doing well. And welcome to the match reaction for Arsenal's 3-2 win. I never thought that I was going to say that. I really thought it was going to be an L rather than a W. 3-2 win over Benfica in the second leg, 4-3 on aggregate. Man, we did it. We did it, man. I was so super scared, man. This is a guy who was supporting Ateta yesterday with the same two people, and I was a nervous wreck. I was like, oh no, what is gonna happen, man? What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? So let me introduce them first. HJ90, how are you?
Yeah, bro. My voice is gone. At one point I just thought around the 85th minute mark, I just knew that this game looks dead and buried. But up steps Saka, and I'm out my seat, shouting, screaming, and this club just heart attack FC. It's just I thought this was going to be Olympiacos 2.0. I was doing an express it on Twitter, but we did it, and let's just hope we can now go all the way.
Yes, we might not win the competition. We're in the last 16, still like 4 games to go. But man, going out in the last 32 again, that would have been terrible, man. I know people are really wanted to out. I know very many, and like that would have been terrible. Hi, Glen Express.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I'm sure you guys are happy, but it could have been terrible. These guys hit the post. I know it was offside in the last minute, and I don't know what to say, man. I started remembering HJ90 as a live draw reaction planned for tomorrow. I was fearing the worst, man. I was literally fearing the worst. But yeah, we're going to be doing the match reaction. Just one more thing before we start. Never, ever in your life ask for Aubameyang to be benched. Never, ever in your life, whoever is watching this, ask for Aubameyang to be benched in your most important game. Never. Let's go. Lineup reaction, HJ90. What did you make of the lineup?
It was the same 11 that started last week, except Tierney came in. I was all right with it. Okay, I'll hold my hands up and say I wanted Martinelli or Lacazette instead of Aubameyang. But look, he proved me wrong. There you go. It is what it is, because the last 2 games I really disappointed Aubameyang. He stepped up today. That's what we need from our captain, our supposed captain. We need him to step up, and he did just that today. And huge credits to him today. And yeah, I think the rest of the lineup was kind of expected. I didn't expect Partey to come in. He was still, struggling from his little injury. He's just coming back. But yeah, I was overall happy with the lineup. I was all right with it.
Sorry, everyone, I didn't have the graphics up for the lineup because I was nervous, man. I didn't have time to make any graphics for the lineup. So, Glen Express, what did you make of the lineup?
I didn't actually like it that much. We saw that again, the same lineup as last week, except Tierney, and he didn't really play very well. We drew 1-1, so I expected changes. I didn't want Aubameyang to start. I didn't want Saka to start, but I mean, we won the game, so again, it proved me wrong.
Believe me, it wasn't just you. Another 60% didn't want Aubameyang to start. I definitely wanted Aubameyang to start. I wanted Aubameyang to start on the left and Lacazette up front. That's what I wanted. But when I saw him up front, I was just like, well, last week we did create like 4 chances for him. He missed them. So I was just hoping it would be more of the same. But yeah, it wasn't the same. It was a tougher game than it was last week. So the opening few minutes, what did you want HJ90 in the first opening few minutes? Did you want a quick goal, or did you want us to keep it tight first?
Yeah, just quickly before I get onto that, someone's already posted on Twitter the Aubameyang winner with Titanic music. Someone needs to go. I retweeted that one. But yeah, the first few minutes, I wanted us to just go for it. Get a few goals, because I knew Arteta was going to go with this cautious approach, and it was going to bite us in the back. Because the thing is, if we go with this cautious approach, we just need to make one mistake and they're in. That's it. And that's exactly what happened. Ceballos made a stupid foul free kick, and then he made that stupid mistake on the other side. They scored the second. So this is why I didn't like the cautious approach. I'd rather us go all out in the first 20 minutes, try and get a goal or 2, and then try and put the game to bed, and then you can play the cautious game. So in terms of the game plan, the strategy for Arteta going into this game was all wrong. And I'll say this throughout. Arteta throughout was very poor in this game. But quality, bits of quality saved us in this game.
Glen Express, how about you?
Yeah, for me, it was just we had to win. You know, that's a simple thing. I didn't really care how we did it. I don't really care, you know, who scored anything else. We needed to win. We needed to go through because again, when it comes to being Arteta out, a lot of people seem to forget this. Most Arteta routers, and I mean most, there's a very, very small amount that don't do this. We don't want Arteta to fail. We don't want the club to lose matches. We don't want anything of the sort. We still want to win. And we still want Arteta to do well. We just want him to prove us wrong. That's my main goal with being an Arteta router, is that he can prove me wrong, that he can win us a title, that he can do this and that. I just don't see it right now. Yeah, and you see these tweets and stuff of people saying that Arteta routers want us to purposely lose to stay relevant. Like, I don't really care about being relevant. I just want my club to win. So, and we did that. You know, so for me, it was just win the game. And that's what we did.
So I'm obviously Arteta in, but I don't say anything bad about Arteta out. I see why people are Arteta out. But the thing is, when I saw the lineup, I was so motivated to watch the game, so happy. And then literally everyone was negative. Like the people who went Arteta in, people like DT, UH, they would know very well. The negative side was very negative. The positive side was very negative. I was like, what the hell is going on? I saw Robbie complaining. I saw Troops complaining. I saw Lee Gunner complaining. I'm like, what the hell? How's everyone complaining, man? You can't be complaining because Aubameyang is starting the game. He can't be that bad, surely, HJ. He can't be that bad.
Yeah, because I think, look, the thing is, when I said Aubameyang shouldn't start, that was based on the last two games. The fact that he did start didn't upset me because I know he's kind of guy that will score you match-winning goals because that is Aubameyang. You know, we saw it in the FA Cup semi-final, saw in the FA Cup final, so in the Community Shield, endless times we've seen it with Aubameyang. So the fact they started and upset me is just the fact that, you know, maybe because of his previous performance, he didn't deserve the start, which is why I said that, which is why I said what I said. I'll still stand by it, but I got it wrong. You know, I got it wrong. Yeah, you know, the negativity, look, you're going to get that sometimes when the nerves start kicking in. I think when a lot of people get the deja vu of what happened last year against Olympiacos, you know, the heartbreak of going out in the 120th minute is always going to catch back up on you.
Yeah, but I'm going to express, we did get the first goal as I really wanted the first goal because I was like, if this guy scored the first goal and have another 80 minutes to get a second, they will get a second from anywhere, a penalty, a corner. So how happy are you when you got the first goal?
I was happy, but I wasn't because, again, Arteta for me is so predictable. For me, this is going to be mainly about Arteta from what I made like throughout this whole thing, but he's such a predictable manager. You know, the substitutions are way too predictable, the tactics. And I predicted that when we scored, we were going to play like super defensively. We weren't going to go for a second goal and that Benfica were going to score. What happened? You know, we got the first goal. Wonderful assist by Saka. Great finish by Aubameyang. Again, I didn't want him to start, but I'm so happy that he proved me wrong. I'm so happy that he gave me my piece of that humble pie because that's what I want when I criticize players. I don't criticize players to get them down or to hate them. I get that, you know, I want to criticize them so they come back and do better. What's Aubameyang done? He got all that criticism. He's come back and he's put in a wonderful performance. So, you know, the first goal, again, excellent. It was an Aubameyang finish. Do you know what I mean? Like classic Aubameyang finish. Just simple.
Because before Leeds,
composure.
Before Leeds, everyone else was screaming for Aubameyang to be benched as well.
That might be what he needs. That might be what he needs. You know, everybody just needs a bit of reverse psychology. Before every game, everybody say bench him and then he'll score a hat-trick or something.
Is that why you see people saying play Balogun and bench Aubameyang? You have no shame. Those people have no shame.
I think that's a bit too far. I don't think Balogun.
Yeah, that's too far.
That's a bit too far, yeah.
But yeah, we got the first goal, HJ. Good finish. The same finish he should have had last week.
Definitely. But the fact, you know, we know Aubameyang's got that in his locker and he served that up. And I think at that point, you know, what was it, 20-odd minute mark, we scored and I'm thinking now let's push on. You know, I didn't want Arteta, again, I'll refer back to this cautious thing. When we get the first, I want us to go again. Let's get the second. Yeah, so put this tie to bed quickly because I know in my mind that this team have mistakes and they will pull it away from us, which is what happened in the end. But then, you know, we took it back and we won the game in the end. But still, you know, we scored the goal, good finish, and we just had to push on, but we didn't.
There's something that since I started watching Arsenal in 2005, there's something that has always remained consistent with Arsenal, and that's the fact that we cannot go into halftime with a goal or 1 goal lead, we always find a way to concede right before halftime. Skulachi days, Senderos days, Toure days, Campbell final days, Koscielny days. Every single time, you always find a way to concede right before halftime. I remember Rooney scoring a couple against us before halftime. I remember Drogba doing the same. I remember, I think it was Diego Costa doing the same. Always conceding right before halftime. The striker wasn't going anywhere. HJ and Ceballos fouls the guy.
Yeah.
What did you make of that?
Silly. He's out of position. Defenders should be coming out and tackling properly because he was in a better position to deal with it. Ceballos, I had a funny feeling. I had a funny feeling when he stepped over that free kick. I just had a feeling he was whipping that top bins. I don't know. I just had this weird feeling he was going to score that free kick.
Bad feeling. It's a bad feeling.
Exactly, a bad feeling because it's before halftime. Arsenal, we make mistakes and then we end up conceding. And brilliant free kick. And what can you say? Going into halftime and thinking, look, you got halftime now to try and sort out a game plan to come out there and try and finish this game because. And when we came out in the second half, it was almost like cautious again. Let's go cautious. They're almost waiting for us to make a mistake, so then we push on. That's where Arteta's game plan. This is why yesterday I called him tactically inept because you have to go out in the second half instead of playing cautious. You have to try and go for it. That's why I wanted all game, but we didn't show it.
Yeah, I was so frustrated with Guna Express to the point I didn't even know who took their free kick. I didn't care. I didn't even see it. I thought it was PZ. I didn't know who it was who took the free kick. I only came to find out after the game ended who actually scored for them. So it's very disappointing to concede right before halftime.
Yeah, I mean, I think what people are forgetting is that's the perfect free kick. Straight over the wall, straight top corner, no goalkeeper saving that. It was a perfect free kick. Like HJ said, I had a weird feeling that he was going to score it. I said right before he took it, they're going to score this. And he did. I think it was Goncalves who scored. And I mean, I didn't even expect him to take it. I thought it was going to be the Grimaldo or Pizzi. I thought Pizzi took it at first. But yeah, I mean, great free kick. A lot of people are getting on at Ceballos for giving away the foul. I don't think it's whereas Xhaka, when he gives them fouls away, he does it intentionally. Like he's trying to do something stupid. You can just see it. I think Ceballos, it was just unlucky. He's gone to win the ball and it's just a little bit clumsy. So yes, you can blame him for giving it away, but I don't think you can put all the blame on that goal. At the end of the day, the guy could have still missed the free kick and he did score it. So I think that goal was just a bit of a wonder goal, really.
Yeah. Liam says supporting this club is not good for your blood pressure.
No.
Believe me, it is not good.
No.
Literally, if we are always supporting any mental health. If you want any therapy tomorrow, make sure you leave a like on the video and comment down below how much therapy you need for tomorrow, right before the draw. We can help you guys out.
Yeah, we're going to draw United.
Yeah, it was. I don't know which team you're going to draw, but I'm just happy we got through it. So, again, he says I'm still out of breath. Yep, from celebrating. I'm just out of breath from being nervous from the game. I was checking out the Benfica watch-alongs, including it's called Rabona TV. He was very happy when they scored the second goal. They were very happy. So, Guna Express, halftime. What were you thinking? What subs? They scored very early because 45 minutes is very long to get a second goal.
Yeah, I mean, again, awful mistake from Dani Ceballos, really. You can't even protect him for that one. But I think what you can say is it's Arteta's tactics. What Dani Ceballos has gone to do is pass the ball backwards to Leno. You can see it. He's looking at Leno. He's trying to head the ball to Leno. And that's because Arteta's tactics are to pass it backwards. They're to pass it backwards, pass around the back, do this stupid triangle stuff. You can see it. Yeah, you can see it in the likes of Gabriel in that he's passing back so much more than what he's actually doing. Than what he used to do, sorry. And yeah, I mean, the second goal was just stupid, really. But at half-time, I'm thinking... I don't know what I'm thinking, to be honest. I didn't even really say anything. I was kind of just like, we just need to win. I want another goal. I think the free kick kind of shocked us all. I had a feeling that he was going to score it, but I didn't expect him to. And then it went in. There's 2 minutes to go of the half. And I think, it was a bit of a shock. I'm usually sat there thinking of a substitute to make or something, and this time I wasn't. I was just kind of shocked. But I mean, man. Yeah,
I did see the tweets. We will bring up the tweets from Guna Express and HD90 later on. So the worst of the worst. They actually made three substitutions at once. HJ, were you thinking let's also do the same immediately?
Yeah, at halftime I thought we need to make substitutions, try and change the game plan up because it was clearly at the time, it wasn't really working. It wasn't what I wanted to go with, and I don't think it was working. Obviously, we got the one goal, but I think we needed more. I would have probably brought on Party to steady the ship, but it is what it is.
Okay, Cookie says, was I the only one screaming for subs? Goon Express, at that moment, were you screaming for subs?
What moment? Sorry.
After that, when they made 3 subs at once, and they brought on Everton, all those players.
I think that those 3 subs alone for Benfica, that's how you make that's how you make an impact sub. Like, look at what they did, right? He brought on 3 substitutions at the 65th minute, which is a perfect time. No, it was 56 minutes, wasn't it? Perfect time to bring on substitutions. They have just enough time to make an impact. He brought off Severovic, who I thought was really bad today for Nunez. He brought off Pizzi, who was silent. Like, let's be honest, I forgot he was even playing. And I don't even remember who he brought off in the third, but I think it was Tarat. So he brought off 3 players that weren't playing well, and he brought on 3 players that did something. I think Everton was quite good when he came on. So I mean, I didn't want to make substitutions at that time, but I just want Arteta to replicate how other managers do it. It's not rocket science to make a half-decent substitution. Like Emery was really good at making subs. Look at how many times Emery brought on substitutions, and that substitute would go on to win us the game and stuff. Like, we have the players that can, we have impact subs, but we don't use them. Like Martinelli, perfect example.
Yeah, David. Oh, today you're gonna have to fight me. You're gonna have to fight me today. You're gonna have to fight me. Arsenal Fan Review says Willian to assist. You can ask HJ19 Goon Express what I said about Willian yesterday. Edu should ask Ateta for Xavi Alonso's number. Okay, so 2-1. He made subs immediately. We conceded the goal. Sabas, what is he doing, Goon Express? Seriously. Second mistake of the game. I know you said about playing the ball backwards, but surely you should check where the defender, the striker is first.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was a misheader. Again, he didn't mean to head it into the floor. It was a misheader, but at the same time, why is he trying to head it backwards? That's the thing that kind of screwed him up. Like, you shouldn't be passing that ball backwards. He could have easily controlled that ball with his chest and could have booted it forward, or could have just headed it forward. So the fact that the first thought in Dani Ceballos' mind is to go backwards when we're drawing, because at the time it was like we were drawing an aggregate. What are we doing? Like, we're not a good attacking team, really, are we? Like, we've seen it. Like, everybody praises Arteta for his defensive record. That's because we're too defensive. We don't score enough goals to make that defensive record actually something to bask over. Like, it's like saying, oh, we scored loads of goals, but we concede loads of goals. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. HJ, consider the second goal. You're fearing the worst, right? Weren't you?
Yeah. I thought at that moment we're out. Who didn't think that? So I talked about in the build-up to this game, we need a professional performance. That's not what you should be doing. Come on. Just kick it out, boot it out, do what you want with it. But why are you heading it down like that? Come on. Why? Just why? Like, why are you doing that? So it's a very tricky one. But at that point, I'm thinking, I'm fearing the worst. We're out. We're done out here. But yeah.
So when we, by the way, Joseph, that comment, they're not a small club. They've always been a big club.
They're not a small club.
But this season, they've been very terrible. I mean, those guys played against a team called Farense over the weekend, a team that has not kept a clean sheet for 12 months. 1 year, the team they played that has not kept a clean sheet, and they managed to keep a clean sheet against Benfica. So their records this season, just like us, very, very terrible. So actually, I thought this was going to be a very hard game for us, but it should have been easier than it was. Turned out to be. So we brought on Willian. My goodness, when Willian came on, man, the meltdown was crazy. I checked Twitter and all these people are just crying, and I was like, man, I just won't say anything. I'm just hoping he does something today. We also brought on Partey. Sabas went out, and Smith Rowe went out. What did you make of the subs, HJ?
The subs at the moment, I was screaming at the TV. Look, okay, Mikel, we need 2 goals, and you're bringing Willian on. He's had 22 appearances. And he's had 2 shots on target. Well done, Mikel. You're just throwing the tie out for us now. In some ways, Willian proved me wrong because I thought he played all right. Because he obviously got the assist. But yeah, at the moment of the sub, I'm thinking, what are you doing, Mikel? You're just throwing your job away like
that. I know you're feeling. Goon Express, Willian comes on, Partey comes on. Are you happy with Partey coming on?
No, because again, at the time we needed 2 goals, and you're bringing on a very defensive midfielder. Don't get me wrong, Ceballos was awful in terms of those mistakes, but he wasn't bad today. Like, yes, he made 2 mistakes, but his overall performance wasn't bad. Like, going forward, he was doing decent. So my thought was like, why are you bringing off an attacking player who's actually done decent other than the mistakes to bring on a defensive player? But yeah, the Willian one, again, you've got, it's not the fact that Willian's come on. It's the fact that you need to score 2 goals. You've got Pepe, who's been scoring goals recently, Lacazette, who's been scoring goals, Martinelli, who can also score a goal every now and then, and you choose Willian, who hasn't scored a single goal for Arsenal. Like, I don't get that thought process. That's what this is. I'm saying. I want to know why you brought Willian on today. Seriously, I want to know his thought process and why you need 2 goals and you bring a player on who's never scored a goal. He hasn't scored a single goal for Arsenal.
But everyone's still watching. I still always tell you guys, Pepe is not that much to me anyway. Seriously, good next best. I don't think if Pepe has the ball, I feel confident anyway.
He's better than Willian, though.
Just from the last 5 games, there's a stage when we were playing the FA Cup game against Southampton. I thought they were actually similar. I thought like both of them made us go out of that competition, basically. So
the difference is Willian plays virtually every game. Pepe doesn't. If Pepe played the same amount of minutes as Willian, he'd probably have a higher assist and goal record. Yeah.
So let's check the meltdown on Twitter from HJ and Gun Express after we conceded. After conceding, he made the subs. They went mad. They absolutely went mad. As you can see, the 2 tweets on the left from HJ19, the 2 tweets on the right from Gun Express. Let's see. HJ90 said, bring Martinelli and Lacazette on, Mikel. Can you hear me, Mikel? That was HJ90 screaming at the top of his voice. Gun Express also said, you have Martinelli, Pepe, and Lacazette on the bench and you bring on Willian. Thank goodness these guys are not the managers. HJ90 also said, Arteta is clueless. Don't argue with me. Literally, I couldn't even reply to that tweet because he said, don't argue with me. I couldn't reply to that tweet. And Gun Express also said, we are actually getting knocked out, aren't we? And at that moment, I just logged off Twitter and I just said, let me just pray. For the next 30 minutes, we need to pray. We need to hold each other's hands and we need to pray. That's what we needed to do. And for the next 10 minutes, we still didn't score a goal. The negativity was there. I was starting to fear the worst again because I've never seen Arsenal like this team where you can get 2 late goals like United when they had the likes of Chicharito and Rooney, where you always feel they get 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. I never feel that way about Arsenal. Yes, you can get 1 goal in the last minutes, but 2, I never thought so. But yeah, Willian, some brilliant work from Willian, the substitute who came on for Smith Rowe. Brilliant work. Picked up a good pass instead of just hitting the cross. Because there was a time I was screaming like, Tierney was bringing in crosses. Bellerin was hitting crosses. I'm like, who are you hitting those crosses to, man? I'm seriously considering signing Andy Carroll at the end of the season. I'm actually being serious. Like, these crosses we put in, if we had Andy Carroll in the team, would be top of the table. So many crosses, so many careless crosses. Aubameyang won't head them. Saka won't head them. So finally, a good pass picked out by Willian, not just a random cross. On his weaker foot, Gun Express, Willian does something for you after very many months.
I mean, again, I don't like Willian, and I'm not even trying to act like I have an agenda, but great assist. He got the assist, fair play to him. You got your numbers up, but just like the one against Fulham, like one of the 2 against Fulham, was it really an assist? Let's be honest. Look at the United fans at the assist that Bruno got the other week. They were saying it wasn't an assist because it was so how can you count that as an assist? You can count it as an assist, but was it a good assist? Was it an assist that impressed me? No. The goal impressed me. The fact that Tierney picked up the ball on the outside of the box from a simple pass from Willian. He sprinted into the box, ran past 2 defenders and scored. People are talking more about the Willian assist than the actual goal. Like, the goal was excellent. The goal just saved Mikel Arteta a job. Like, come on. Seriously, the goal was excellent from Tierney. And this is why he's my captain. Yeah, not Aubameyang, because Aubameyang didn't do that. He didn't sprint in the box. He didn't try and, do something, whereas Tierney did. He ran in, scored a goal, and look at what he did after the goal as well. He instantly told the players to get back. We need to score another one. Well, some players are celebrating a goal they didn't even score, and Tierney, who scored the goal, is running away trying to get him back to kick off again. So He's a player. That's what he is. Tierney is a footballer, and he's my captain because he knows how to win a football match.
And that goal came in at the perfect time. I think if we waited another 10 minutes, we wouldn't have been able to get a goal. So Tierney again, probably my best player at Arsenal right now. So I think Saka comes second. I think Tierney is my best player right now. I just love the way he literally gets the ball and runs past the defender. He doesn't wait to pass the ball or pass backwards, or he just goes for it. He literally tries whichever defender he's up against. He always tries his best. So, and that is let's say a 70% Tierney, not even fully fit. And he's doing that very, very good now, because I thought when he played over the weekend, he wasn't that great against City. Upping his game immediately after that. Very, very good goal. HDO, did you make of the finish?
On which one?
Tierney.
The winner. Oh, Tierney's. Again, that's a very good finish. Willian, put the 2-yard pass into him, and then the finish just put it into that bottom corner. Initially, I thought it had gone wide, but it went into the net. So again, very good finish from him. And there's a few minutes after Benfica second. So at that point, you're thinking, come on, let's put the pressure on. Let's get the winner. But then we just stood back. It was almost like we didn't want it, and that's something that I didn't understand. It was like the players didn't want it. They were down tooling, but then obviously Saka stepped up from right back and put one in. He plays everywhere, Saka.
Yeah, put him in goal next week.
Yeah, you would. When you scored the second goal, I logged back to Twitter because I felt like the pressure had gone out a bit, because we had another 30 minutes to get a goal. I could now check the tweets again. And I saw someone, I think you guys would know him well, Beast, the Arsenal account. And he actually tweeted, take off Aubameyang and bring on Pepe. I was just like, what the hell are you talking about? Take out Aubameyang, 30 minutes to go, you need a goal. And I was just looking at him like this. I was just like, what? Take off Aubameyang. The guy should have had 2 goals, by the way. The other goal that was denied for offside, I didn't even really think it was that much of an offside. So it could easily have been a hat-trick. So I was just screaming, you are crazy again if you think Aubameyang should go off when you're looking for a goal. So I was thinking, take off Saka and bring on maybe Pepe or Martinelli, something, and let's just go for it. Let's have Pat in the middle by himself. So any other sub you wanted at that time, going to express Martinelli or Pepe for who?
I wanted Martinelli on for Willian. I thought Willian was again awful. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'd have brought Martinelli on. I'd have just found a way to bring him on. Just slot him in midfield, like you said. Just there was nothing down the midfield. We'll get into Xhaka's and Partey's rating later. They had nothing to do today, so just take Xhaka off, put Martinelli in the middle, and just play 4 up front. Let David Luiz sit in that centre defensive midfield role as well, because he can sit in that role. So, but I mean, again, Martinelli's finished at this club. Sorry, he's gone. Arteta don't rate him. Let's be honest. So
he took off. He took off Bellerin for Saka at right back. I was like, for Saka went to right back. I was like, what is this? What's actually going to happen? I don't mind that, but I felt like he'll need to defend a bit too much, because I think they had a couple of openings on that left side for us, on our right side, because we didn't really have anyone defending on that side. They could easily have scored, but hey, 5 minutes to go. Man, I was scared. I don't know how to explain to you how scared I was, man. Round of 32. This is literally the first round, and we have 3 months of the season to go. No midweek football for us. We'll just literally be waiting for weekends games and stuff like that. I was scared, man. So finally, some neat work from Saka. We had put, I agree with what HJ said at the beginning. We didn't create as many chances as I wanted in that final 20 minutes, just like City. So Saka, very, very good cross for Aubameyang. Gonna express Aubameyang with the header. I was asking people to stop putting in crosses, but he actually scored a header.
You know what's the funniest thing about that header? Literally about 2 minutes before that, the person I was watching the game with, I said to him, Aubameyang doesn't score headers. Stop putting in crosses. He doesn't score headers. And within literally 2 minutes of me saying that, he scores a header and wins us the game. This guy just proved me wrong. He couldn't have proved me wrong any more times today. Seriously, I said, don't play him. He scores twice. I say, don't score headers. He scores a header. Next week I'm going to say he doesn't score 6 goals in one game, and he scores 6 goals in one game. Let's be honest. Anything I say he can't do, he goes and does it the next game.
Please say that.
Yeah, Aubameyang. I'll definitely say that. During or before the game, because come on, man, seriously. Look, I've never. You could probably go back through these streams and I roast Aubameyang and stuff, but it's not the fact that again I don't like him or that I don't think he's a bad that I think he's a bad footballer. It's that I want him to do well. He's the best player at Arsenal. He is. He is the best footballer at Arsenal. Yeah, maybe not this season, but. I mean, look, he's getting some goals under his belt now. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's getting them goals. So if he can get a few more, then maybe you can say, to be fair, he didn't actually have that bad a season. So, but yeah, he won us the game.
HJ,
Saves us again.
As always, when Arsenal score a goal, they have to check it. I was like, seriously, what did you make when they were checking it again?
Praying.
Praying.
Just praying. Just don't do it to me. After celebrating, I my glasses fell off, my everything. I went crazy. It was just, please don't VAR rule it off now. Don't do that to us. That would be the ultimate heartbreak. VAR just ruining it for us. But when it was given, it was like, come on, let's just see it out now. We brought on Chambers or Nenny, and that sort of did the trick. And even a few minutes later, Benfica hit the post. Offside. There was nerves going high.
If that went in,
just imagine it would just be
Jesus.
It would be just an Arsenal-like thing just to concede in the last minute like that. It would just be such an Arsenal thing to do. But yeah, we scored and we held on, and it was like such a relief more than anything, because we can't go out to the round of 32 again. We just couldn't, and we finally.
It's too early, yeah. I was starting to think, like, 4 seasons in the Europa League and we haven't won once. I actually did think when we went to the Europa League the first time, I was like, United came into this competition, they beat Ajax in the final. Chelsea have come into this competition, they beat Benfica in the first season again. I was like, surely it has to be an easy competition. So I was thinking 4 times.
Oh, wow, guys.
We still haven't.
Has anyone seen this?
No.
Do you know their manager, George Jesus? He's apparently started ranting on the club's fans.
That's good for me. That's good for me. Let me
Glenn,
give you this
quick. Can I just quickly say one thing as well about the VAR decision for that third goal? I had flashbacks of. Do you remember Manchester City versus Tottenham in a semi-final for the Champions League? Yeah. Sterling scored in the last minute, and I just had that. I saw that. I was thinking, oh, it's just going to happen in it. Tottenham go through to a Champions League final from a VAR decision, and but
when you're watching football with someone who doesn't really understand these rules for away goals and stuff, someone was like, why are you crying? It's 2-2. And I'm like, I can't explain to you right now. We have 5 minutes to go. Just stop talking. We need to watch this game fast. Like, it's hard to explain to someone that you're actually going out in the game is 2-2. But we finally did get the goal, and we had another 5 minutes to defend, and I don't trust Arsenal to defend even for 1 minute. I'll give you this question before we go into the player ratings. Gonna Express James LJP asks if Saka is world class.
Oh, he's more than world class. He's universe class, man. He's absolutely incredible. Like, just look at those crosses, both of them. The one for Aubameyang, the second one for Aubameyang as well. That second cross was perfect. Like, Aubameyang. I've said it before. Aubameyang needs someone to deliver for him. He needs that, service. Mate, he got 5-star service today from Bukayo Saka. Let's be honest. 5-star service. He couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah. So very, very good goal. Very good finish. After they checked it and they gave us the goal, I was screaming, man. I was so happy because being that I started tweeting stuff like this yesterday, I was nervous. That was my tweet yesterday or 2 days ago. Seriously, can't wait for Aubameyang and Arteta to shut the haters up for the rest of the season. I didn't tag HJ19 Guna Express, but it was kind of, just bullying them a bit, trying to make them change their mind on Arteta and stuff. So, not sure if Arteta proved us wrong. Maybe a couple of decisions, but Aubameyang definitely, man. I was so happy with that. Getting 2 goals again at the crucial moment. Last season at a time like this, we missed an open goal against Olympiacos and we were out. So terrible. So I can't wait for the player ratings. Probably more positive than I would have expected, man. These guys would have gotten 4s and probably 1s and 0s, man. So let's get into the player ratings. Before that, the Twitter handles are scrolling down the bottom. If you want some negative tweets on Arteta, go follow HJ19 Guna Express. If you want some positive tweets on Aubameyang, Arteta, and some support for Bellerin, go follow Glen Kightley and everything 49 FC, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. So let's get into the player ratings. HJ, will they be positive?
Some of them will be, some of them will not be.
Yep.
You agree with that, Good Next Pass?
Absolutely.
So a guy that I didn't even really feel like he had anything to do, like we literally just conceded 2 goals like that. We literally gave Benfica 3 goals in this style. Like there's no chance that they literally looked for it. Like our 3rd goal, we had to look for it. Them, they never really had to look for any goals. So HJ, Leno?
6. I don't think he had much to do today. The goals, you can't put him in. What a superb free kick. He cannot do anything. Second one, Ceballos, what are you doing? He can't do anything on that either. Other than that, he had nothing to do. 6.
6, the next best.
7 for Leno again, nothing to do. Perfect free kick and the second goal. Some people were asking why he didn't, like people were saying, oh, he could have easily just knocked the ball away when the player went round him. He could have done, and he got sent off again because he was outside the box. What he was doing
that would have been the worst thing to happen.
Oh, please.
He saw that Ceballos was heading backwards, so he ran towards the ball, and as he's running, that's when the Benfica players nicked it. So it was just it was Ceballos essentially. It was that misheader that completely give the goal to Benfica. But yeah, distribution was good though. I thought he didn't make any mistakes in terms of passing like he usually does. 1 or 2 little long balls that were half decent. He's getting better at that, I think. I'm starting to see it less, as in notice it, because it's just starting to become like a normal thing. So that makes me happy.
Let me know in the chat what you'd give Leno. The next one, let's go to Hector Bellerin Gun Express, a guy that, man, believe me, I also had Kelechi trying to stand up for him a bit. Listen, I think we can get a better right back than Bellerin. But my opinion has always been, I still think Bellerin was always better than Niles. That's just my opinion. Gonna express.
2, Saka was a better right back today. Awful. Again, what did he do going forward? Crosses. How many crosses actually reached its target? None of them. Yes, they were. Most of the time, there weren't any people there to cross her. If there's no one there to cross her, don't cross the ball. Cut inside. Do something else. But all Arteta's tactics going forward are go down the wings, cross the ball into the player in the middle, even when there's no one there. The attacking tactics don't make sense. But 2, again, defending. What did he actually do good defending wise? It was Saka backing up and defending for him. I can't get behind Hector Bellerin. I'm sorry, I really can't. I mean, look, he came off the pitch. Why did he come off? Because he did nothing today. I think even Arteta realised that, Bellerin isn't doing anything today. He's not doing anything. So I need to get him off the pitch. So 2, not good enough.
I thought today we'd create as many openings as we did in the first leg because we got in behind them like 6 times or something. We had like 10 offsides in the first leg, and Bellerin got in like 4 times. Aubameyang got in like 3 times. I was expecting more of the same, but HJ, he did not get any ball in behind the defense at all today. I don't know if he even went forward.
Bellerin, his rating.
Yeah.
For me, I don't think he was as bad as Gunnar Express is making him out to be, but I still think he didn't offer us anything in this game. A few sloppy balls, sloppy passes, but I don't think he was the worst out of everyone, some of those players on that team. So I'll probably give him a 3 today.
Well, RK says 2. I can see Chris RZ saying 2 or 3. I agree that HJ would give him a 3. 2, he was not shambolic, man. These 2s we give people are usually the people like Mustafis and Kolasinac when they give away the balls. He was not shambolic giving away the balls and making mistakes, man.
Slavia Prague have just scored against Leicester.
Well,
so Leicester are currently going out. Leicester
must be shaking for the game on Sunday. They must be nervous. They must be absolutely
nervous.
So Bellerin 3, and then HJ, I'll give you the next one as well, Gabriel.
Oh God.
0, not good enough. You got spun. You got spun faster than a fidget spinner today. What do you want me to say? Rubbish, absolutely rubbish today from Gabriel. 0. You can't get any more than that.
He should have he should have had I think a couple of players had some really bad challenges on him. They should have picked up a yellow card. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I gave him a 4. And the reason why is, there was a few times that he got spun. And again, he's fallen into this Arteta tactic of passing the ball around the back. But I don't think the defence really had much to do today other than the mistakes. You know, he wasn't at fault for either of the goals. None of the defence were. That was Danny Ceballos for both of them. And the only real time where I thought he made a big mistake was the one where he backed away from the Benfica defender, the attacker, went in for a tackle, mistimed it, and then he shot and it just went wide. I think that's when it was 2-2 still. But other than that, I don't think he was shocking. But yeah, he didn't have a good game.
Yeah, I can see Chris saying 5 solid for Gabriel. I can assure you, in those final 30 minutes, I think he gave away. You saw every time Benfica got the ball again and attacked us, I think Gabriel gave away like 4 of those balls. And every single time we were under pressure, I was thinking they'll get a third. Yeah, he was giving away so many balls in that second half. He did have a couple of balls where he took them and gave them to Partey and stuff like that. So I think I'd give him a 4. I agree with Gun Express. I think 0 is too harsh from HJ, but you have come to expect that from these two guys. The next one is David Luiz. I'll start with you, Gun Express. A guy who supports Luiz.
7, my centre back. That's how you. That is a centre back performance. Yeah, I even saw HJ tweeting out saying, "Oh, I'm waiting for the David Luiz mistake." You're still waiting, yeah? My guy was never making a mistake. He's an absolute baller, man. He's our best centre back for me. He is. Again, a lot of people say Gabriel's better. I think today proved that he isn't because Gabriel didn't have a good performance. 7. Didn't have much to do, but when he did have something to do, he dealt with it quickly. Passing, going forward, he was good. A few good passes going forward. I think there was one chance when he had a shot, it went wide, but at that time we needed a goal. At least he was attempting. I've said this before. At least they try.
Yeah.
So
I think
7. Well, I don't know what he did wrong. So 7.
I do agree with you. Gabriel was very good at the start of the season, but as of now, I think Luiz is our best centre back. Yes, maybe he should not get contracts and all that, but he is our best centre back right now.
I'm giving him that 1 year. I'm giving him that 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's better than Holding right now. I think he's better than Gabriel as of now. Pablo Mari still needs to see more of him. So I think he's our best centre back right now. Not that we can't do better. Obviously, there are like 20 more better defenders in the league than him, but as what we have is better. HJ Luiz, definitely not a 0.
Luiz, 7. He was good today. He saved Gabriel's back a few times. He came up across his old team, and I thought maybe he would have a few nerves in him. He looked calm, composed, and when he needed professional performance, we got it from him today. Calm, collected. That's all we needed. 7 from today.
I'll give you this question, Gun Express, from Tommy. Says, should we give Gabriel a couple of game break, maybe bench him to get his head together, just a weak game for him? I can say that he's performed poorly in very many games, including Aston Villa as well. Gun Express?
I think it's Arteta. I'm gonna keep blaming Arteta for these things. When Gabriel first came in, he was excellent. Ever since he's been under Arteta for this however many months, he's got worse and worse and worse. For me, that's a coincidence. When he first came in, he never passed around the back. He always went forward. Tackling, he was good. Again, recently, he passes around the back. His tackling's poor. He backs away from players. For me, it's the way that he's learning under Arteta. You got to remember, he's still quite young. So, but maybe drop him. But who are you going to replace him with? Mari wasn't that good against City. Holding hasn't been very good either. So,
bring back Mustafi. Because for me,
absolutely not.
Again, if you're just watching this show for the first time, you'll need to know that me and Gun Express will disagree a lot. I don't agree that it's being blamed for Gabriel. I think he had COVID and missed a month. I think he got the red card, which was very silly against Southampton. He missed 3 games or something, and then after that he got dropped. He won, I think, 3 best player of the month awards, I think, at the start of the season. He was very good. I don't understand why he dropped off. The reason I'm saying Aston Villa, I still have the picture there. I still don't know what him and Luiz when they're Holding were doing there. And they literally let Bertrand Traore have a shot from there. Everyone is pointing, no one is doing anything. Everyone looks confused. Definitely I can see that Gabriel and Holding are maybe not a good combination, the two of them. Gabriel and Luiz are good. Maybe Pablo Mari and Holding are good. because they started playing together against Portsmouth in the FA Cup last season. But when you start seeing things like that, no communication, I don't know if he understands English and all that. So yeah, he's been poor for a couple of games now. So you're giving him a 4 Gun Express, Gabriel, today?
Yeah, 4 for Gabriel.
Okay, HJ, Tierney.
My captain, my left back, Kieran Tierney. What a player he is. 9 out of 10 for me today. There's 2 players who get 10s. We'll get on to them. For me today, Kieran Tierney. He is my left back. He's our left back. If we had Giroud in this team, I'm pretty sure Kieran Tierney would get like 4 assists today. We'd probably get 4. You know, Giroud's available on a free. Go get him. I'd go get him right now. I'd go get Olivier Giroud. Then you get
I would
so
have
many
loved
more
Giroud to play the Aubameyang. I know Giroud missed very many chances for Arsenal, but he had so many good goals. He saved us so many times in the last few minutes against United, against Bournemouth. I still remember all the times he came in and got the goals. If he played with Aubameyang, I think if we had Aubameyang in that season where Leicester won the trophy, I think we'd have won that cup. Literally, if you had Giroud and Aubameyang up front, we'd have won it. So Tierney, HJ says 9. Guna Express, Tierney, every time he has the ball, he's 70% right now, not even fully fit. As you can see against West Brom, he can play in the cold. Everyone else is wearing masks, Marvins, socks, everything. He's just chilling. What did you give Tierney today?
8. Great goal. Don't get me wrong, great goal. But the only reason he doesn't get like a 9 or a 10 is defensively in the first 5 or 10 minutes, he was poor, very poor. I think Goncalves was getting around him quite quickly and easily, a little bit like Mahrez did. But then he started to get in the game and started to block that, he started to defend better. But then again, a few of his crosses, yeah, most of them, again, there was no one there for them, but some of them were just shocking crosses.
Yeah.
And Tierney doesn't usually put in like 3 or 4 shocking crosses a game, maybe like 1 at most. And I saw about 3 or 4 today. So maybe again, he's just getting back in the groove. But yeah, great goal. Let's be honest. Like, he saved us today. I think that goal was more important than the Aubameyang third one, because that just came out of nowhere. Like, Benfica didn't expect that. So
I didn't celebrate it, by the way. I was just like, we need to get another one. The thing with Tierney, yes, you're right about the crosses. I need him to stop putting in those high crosses every time. I need to see more of his. Remember his assist for Aubameyang in the FA Cup game against Newcastle, or the cross for Lacazette against West Brom. Those slow crosses, driven crosses, more of that anyway. But he's definitely. We had Clichy and Andres Santos in that position, man. We had to deal with the likes of Armand Traore in that position. So having Tierney, very, very good. So I remember we were linked with Tierney for like 4 months in that transfer window, and I was like, who is this guy? Why do we keep on like targeting him for all these months? They want 25 million, we're giving them 20. I was like, what the hell? Like, who is he? But yeah, believe me now, because he came to Arsenal and he had the injuries, and I was wondering why we signed an injured player, got injured again with his shoulder and stuff. I was wondering why we got him, but yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite Arsenal player right now. Very, very good, very, very good. So I'd give him. I think I'd agree with Gun Express 8. I'd give him an 8 because that was a very important goal. But I think there are a couple of players who are better than him. Let's get into midfield. Gun Express, Saka.
6. Again, the midfielders, except Ceballos, because obvious reasons, they're not gonna get like high or low ratings, because what did they really have to do today? Let's be honest. Like, I don't like Xhaka, so if I could at any opportunity, I'd give him a 2 or something. That's not the case. I'd give him what he deserves, and what did he do today? Like, what? Not even in like a bad way. What did he do today? Like, what did he have to do? There was nothing down the middle from Benfica. To say they were playing 5 midfielders, they did nothing in the middle. There was nothing. Their strikers were poor. Their midfielders weren't very good. Like, I don't know what he did. So just 6. Like, didn't do anything bad. Didn't do anything good. Not like he had to. So just 6.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, RK. I appreciate you. She says, great stream, guys. I appreciate it. I also see Tommy Banks saying, prefer this to FTV. Listen, I still watch FTV. I respect everyone's content. So yeah, but thank you for that. I can see someone saying micro sound. Can you hear any sound, HJ or something? Can you hear any bad sound?
I think there's like
there's some in the background somewhere.
Yeah, it's like a
okay,
bass.
No problem. We'll sort that out. I think I moved it or something. But yeah, Shaka. Whoever hasn't rated Shaka yet.
I
HJ?
haven't. Yeah. Xhaka bang average today. Again, in terms of like Union Express said, he didn't have much to do. There wasn't much going in terms of for Benfica down the middle. He wasn't involved in any of our goal contributions or anything like that. So I'd give him straight down the middle of 5.
Okay, good express. So you agree with that?
Yeah, 5 or 6, just whichever one.
I hope it's better now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no background noise. So
I hope there's no sound. So yeah, Shaka giving away those balls. I don't know, but we did have a debate with HD90 and Guna Express yesterday on Arteta in, Arteta out and everything, and I said Shaka has kind of improved than he's a better player than he was 1 year ago, because the Shaka used to pick up like 30 yellow cards in a season, always consistently fouling and annoying people, giving away the ball all the time. He seems to understand his position more these days than he used to back in the day. But yeah, I still think we can do better than him at the end of the season. But yeah, for today, 5. The one who started next to him, oh my goodness, this guy almost cost Arteta the job. I'm here protecting Arteta every single day, and Ceballos almost made my manager leave the club. Kuna Express, Ceballos.
I mean, a big debate recently is, do we sign Ceballos on a permanent? I think after that performance, Arteta's probably said, absolutely not. Like, what was that, man? Again, performance-wise, wasn't bad. The mistakes that almost cost us the round of 30, it almost cost us the Europa League. You got to look at what it almost cost us. It wasn't just a trophy. It wasn't just the Europa League. It wasn't just Arteta's job. It would have been money. Getting knocked out of the Europa League at this stage will lose you money. That's meant to come in, for the TV rights. It loses us money next year if we don't get in Europe. Like, it's a massive, massive problem that if we lost today because of those mistakes, the club would have been furious with Ceballos. Like, they'd have been furious with him. But yeah, I mean, again, the free kick, I'm not going to talk about it much. I don't know if it was particularly bad. Like, I don't think it was, a stupid foul or anything. But what are you doing with that header? Just pass it forwards. For once, and you're like, I expect that from El Neni, not Ceballos. Pass it forwards. Pass it away. Kick it out. Don't pass it backwards when there's a player running on you. Like, it's just stupid. It's just the fact that that's the first thing he thought of doing, again, is not good. It's not really promising. But 2, I'm not signing him on a permanent. I know that. Not after that.
I think 2, you're being very kind. HJ?
0, not having it. Yeah, not having that. You cannot make the mistakes, as Glenn rightly says. He nearly cost Arteta's job today because over the 2 legs, we were the better team. And if we had gone out to a Danny Ceballos mistake, then yeah, it wouldn't be good, would it?
A lone player as well.
On a permanent.
A lone player could have cost us the Europa League.
Yeah, there you go. It kind of sums it up, doesn't it? But yeah,
I was screaming, sell him. I was screaming, sell him, and we don't even own him. That's how mad I was screaming, sell him.
You can't give him more than a 0.
I agree with that. I actually agree with HJ today, 0. You can make one mistake, you can give away a free kick, and you can still redeem yourself and get a 6 at the end of the day. But 2, giving them the second away goal in the most crucial. The people are calling this our biggest game of the season, biggest game in years. You cannot do that, man. And keep in mind, there's a game against Leeds. He played very well. I think he was getting a 9 or something like that. I think in the last 3 or 2 of the last 3 games, he's played very, very well. But today, he almost cost us that Europa League space, man. I don't know, man. Partey is back now, so we might see Partey and Shaka again very soon together. So I'd give him a 0. I agree with the HJ. Let me know what you'd give Ceballos. Let us know if we are being too harsh. Then the next one is Odegaard. Guna Express.
Well, really quickly with the Ceballos thing, the only reason I give him a 2, not a 0, is because, again, other than those mistakes, he was actually good. Like, he didn't do anything wrong other than them. But Odegaard, again, 6. I don't really know what he did for me. He looked half the person, half the player that he looked like again in the last Benfica game. Arsenal released a video this morning of like access all the areas for the last Benfica game, and they showed a bunch of clips of the actual game, and Odegaard was like, he was spinning, man. I mean, he was just putting people on their asses and stuff. He was excellent. And today, did he really play that well? Like, I don't think he did. A few times in the first half, he found Tierney open on the left side, but he didn't really result to anything. and he looked a bit frustrated. You know, there was a few times when he kind of looked angry, like when he weren't getting the ball, when that kind of thing. So I'm starting to think that maybe like he's a bit of a stroppy player. Like maybe he wants the ball too much. Maybe, you know, or we don't know what it is. I mean, again, but you know, there's a possibility that's the case. That might be why Madrid don't like using him, because maybe he wants too much of the ball and he's a bit of a moody player. But I mean, a 6, I don't really know what he did.
Yeah, I can see zeros and ones for Sabas. Chris says Sabas 3, sorry, you cannot blame him because he hit the ball thinking. First of all, that word
that's not an
thinking.
excuse.
Professional football, he cannot hit the ball because he was thinking. That's the
You have
biggest
to be
thing of our
sure.
season. Yeah, you have to be sure, especially when you're passing back to the goalkeeper. You cannot be thinking. If you're crossing the ball up front, or you're taking a corner and then you're thinking someone would go there, that is fine. But defensively,
That's what Paki says as well.
yeah, you cannot be thinking defensively, because that would have cost that. Man, I don't know if you understand, man. I almost cried when that goal went in, man. I didn't know what to do. I seriously didn't know what to do. Round of 32, going out thanks to 3 mistakes we've made, that would have been terrible. So, Odegaard, what did you give him, HJ?
I gave him on reflection, I probably give him a 5, but I don't think he looked moody or angry or anything. Did you see his reaction to when Aubameyang scored the winner? He got on his knees and prayed down. Like, this guy, it's almost like he's signed permanently or something. He's a low knee. So it's one of them ones, you know. I'd like to sign Odegaard on a permanent. I think today, at times, it wasn't his game in terms of he gave the ball away once or twice. His ball control on the ball was very good, and that's where he moved forward and tried doing more. But again, I think the whole team in terms of urgency wasn't that good, and that's where maybe Odegaard fell behind a bit. But yeah, some of his passes over to Tierney were very good. That shows his quality. But overall, I don't think he was that bad today. I'll give him a 6 probably.
He wasn't that bad, but I didn't feel like he was that much of a threat. The thing I always say to you guys, remember, I don't want us to build the team around him, because he'll be gone in the next 2 months. So I don't want us to be too dependent on him. I'll actually use Smith Rowe more than him. But yeah, the games he's played has not been that bad. And yeah, Farhan, I'm not the one who's... That's what I told HJ19 Guna Express yesterday. Aubameyang would get 2 goals and Willian would assist if he comes on. And that is what happened, and I'm so happy, man.
He uploaded it. He uploaded it as a separate video.
He uploaded it. I have to retweet that, because especially crediting, like bigging up Willian and actually saying Willian will get an assist. That is not something you can do every day, man. It is you look very stupid if he doesn't. You look very stupid if he doesn't. So yeah, I was wrong with one, though. I expected Bellerin to be better than he was today, but he wasn't. Thank you for that, Farhan. Cookie, I don't want to hear anything about Man United. Samuel says Odegaard is not that good as Smith Rowe. Do you make of that, Ishi?
Odegaard is not as good as Smith Rowe. I think they're different players. I think Smith Rowe's more of an energy type of player. He moves forward with the ball like that, and Odegaard's more of like he finds those passes sort of player. In ball control being very good. So they're different, I think.
Okay, you'll start with the next one. The next one is Saka. What did you give Saka on the right side? HJ?
Saka?
Yeah.
Saka, 10 out of 10. Brilliant performance today. Got the first assist for Aubameyang's goal. That was very good. And again, that was brilliant. But yeah, second one, you know, he's 19 years old and he is saving Arsenal Football Club's season. Just think about that. Just think about that for a second. This man saved our season. And he's 19. A 19-year-old is carrying this team on its back, literally. It's mad. But he got the assist. Brilliant performance from him today. He had the whole Benfica team on ropes. So yeah, 10 out of 10.
Yes. Gonna Express, sorry, I'll have to go into Pepe again. Because if Pepe is in that position on the wing, you'll know what he'll do. He'll dribble 6 times and he'll get a corner. And he'll take the corner and he'll hit the first man and he'll be under counter-attack. That is what he'll do. I've seen Saka so many times, wherever he is, whether it's with the right foot, whether it's with the left foot, he tries a good cross, he tries something. That the composure of hitting that cross right into Aubameyang's head, very, very good. What did you give him?
1, 0, 10 for Saka. Easily. What a player, man. Like you said, Playing down the right, he looks 20 times the player, and he looks insane on the left, and on the right he looks even better. I think that proves why against Man City Arteta made a mistake in switching him and Pepe, because Pepe looks better on the left, and again tonight Saka proves why he looks better on the right. 2 insane assists, like world-class assists, like Ronaldo, Messi level assists. Perfect ball on his left foot, straight into Aubameyang both times. What else do you want? Like, what else do you need? Again, Aubameyang needs service and deliverance from his, wide players. Saka, 5-star delivery, Uber Eats, all of it, man. Seriously, straight in, on his head. 2 easy goals for Aubameyang, let's be honest. And all because of Saka doing the work. He's a future captain of this club, I'm telling you now. If we can keep him, after tonight's performance, there's going to be some bigger teams ramping up their interest, let's be honest. Especially if we aren't in Europe. But if we can keep him, I want him as captain. I want him as everything. I want him as the mascot. I want him. I don't care. I love him so much. Like for me, he's our best player since Thierry Henry. Genuinely, I believe that because I just don't see. Yes, the likes of Sanchez maybe come close, but I just love him. Like he's a young player. He's an Arsenal boy through and through, and he gives everything for the club.
Glenn, I think after today you can call him generational.
I call this one generational. I think after today you can call him better than Messi.
The next David Beckham, man. The next David Beckham. I can see it already.
I think it's clear. I think it's clear of
Arsenal
David
Beckham, man.
I think it's clear of David Beckham. All he needs now is to just get some money, buy a team in USA, get a Victoria Beckham, and Saka is balling. That's all he needs to do. Someone was screaming for. I saw someone tweeting, "Can we bring in a second goalkeeper after we scored the 3rd goal?" And I was saying, put Saka there. Saka can play in every single position. Just put him in goal and he'll do the job for you. What a plan. Since you brought up Uber Eats, he's got the sauce, Gonna Express. He's definitely got the sauce. Saka, what a player, man. What a player. The next one, HJ, I'll give you Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe? Smith Rowe. He was, again, I think he was one that was pressing. He was doing a lot of the pressing, especially in the first half and things like that. So he didn't contribute in terms of end product that much. He just got the ball back a few times, but didn't come of anything because there wasn't any real urgency today. So I think in terms of that, I didn't see a lot from Smith Rowe today. So probably a 5.
Yeah, Gonna Express. He was also taken off.
Yeah, 6. He ain't been that good recently, Smith Rowe, and I don't know what it is. I think it's because he's playing on this left side. I don't like him on the left. I don't think he looks good on the left. I'd maybe think of switching Ødegaard and him, so putting Ødegaard on the left because he has played on the left in his career, and maybe see what happens. But he just looks a bit rubbish, really. Like not rubbish, but compared to what he has been doing, like against Chelsea and stuff, he looks worse. So. Again, this is why I didn't gas him up saying he's a Croydon De Bruyne, because I knew he was going to have these stints where he wasn't going to be a good foot. He wasn't going to be as good, and he's going to have these like run of bad form. And I mean, I think I don't know what's going on with him, but Arteta needs to find a solution because, if he's such a key player and he's not performing, then you've got to start asking, why is he playing then? But 6, again, didn't really do anything today. Just decent performance, few decent little balls, but I did, the only reason I remembered that he went off was because Willian came on. Like, I didn't really see that much of a difference, to be honest.
Yeah, obviously, Smith Rowe, we wouldn't expect him to be great for the entire season. This guy was playing for the under-23s in December. I remember him scoring against Everton's under-23s when we won 1-0, I think, in December. And he was playing for the under-23s 2 months ago. And for him to just come like that and like literally save our season against Chelsea, against West Brom, against Brighton, he was very, very good. Yes, maybe he's tired. This guy was on loan at Huddersfield and in Germany. I think he's already surpassed what we expected from him this season, let's be honest. We didn't expect him to be this good. So I think he's one of those players that actually I cannot even like literally give him a low rating or anything like that. But yeah, today I'd give him a 5. But for this season, I think he's still very good. He's still a key player. And then up front, my man, I put out a poll on Wednesday. Should we bench Aubameyang? Yes or no? You can check on the community tab right now. 1,600 people voted. 700 of them, 700 clueless gunners, said we should bench Aubameyang. Bench Aubameyang, 55% bench Aubameyang and start Balogun, start Nketiah, start Pepe. Bench your best striker. Aubameyang has not become useless in 4 months. He's been He's been all over the place this season. He's not being as good as he was last season. But you cannot bench Aubameyang. How many times can I tell you guys? You cannot bench Aubameyang in your most important game. I trust him with the ball one-on-one than I trust Pepe or Balogun one-on-one with a chance to save our season, definitely. He could have had a hat-trick today without VAR or something, without the linesman. What a player, man, HJ. He saved us again.
Wow, he's done it again. 10 out of 10 performance. Him and Saka man of the match for me, to be honest. If it wasn't for the two of them, where would we be over the last few weeks? Because Aubameyang has contributed quite a lot of goals, if you think about it. Even the last 2 games, he hasn't been that good. But him and Saka, just a combination of the two, it's just mad. It's just mad. And Aubameyang saved the day. 2 goals, he won us the tie in the end. And what more do you want me to say? I wanted him bench, but he proved me wrong, rightly so. And I never tapped out on him. I never said sell him or anything. You know, I still think he's a world-class striker and he can give us that. But brilliant from Aubameyang. 10 out.
At the beginning of the game, I saw people crying. Why is Arteta starting Aubameyang? We're going to lose.
I didn't cry.
Aubameyang is starting.
Deserved to be benched.
Gonna Express people are saying Aubameyang is starting, we're gonna lose. Aubameyang is starting, we are going to lose. Aubameyang is starting, we are going to lose. Gonna Express, so what did you give Aubameyang?
I think some people, they take it too far. You know, they try and paint a bad image on some of the Arteta outers. Like, it's not starting Aubameyang or anything like that. That's nothing to do with Arteta, which is what some people try to bring it into. It's a simple fact that I don't care who the manager is. Aubameyang in the last 2 games was awful, especially against Benfica. And as you said, it's our most important game. And since in that he's been bad in the last 2 games, I said I don't think it's the best idea to play him. I thought it'd be better to play Martinelli or Lacazette. Whoever said play Nketiah instead of him, you're a fool, because Nketiah is not even going to bring half of what Aubameyang brought today. You know what I mean? Like, he's not even going to get a goal. Like, no hate to Nketiah or anything, but come on, he's not that good a footballer. That's just it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a performance. 9. Only reason I don't give him a 10 is because I expect him to finish those goals. You know, none of those two chances, I expect him to score them. So I can't give him a 10 because it's expected. But I'll still give him a 9. 2 great goals, saved Arteta his job, saved us from getting knocked out of the Europa League. And look what he did in the run under Emery, the one we got to the final. Look how pivotal Aubameyang was in that run. You know, the goals against Valencia. I think he's gonna. I just see him doing it again. You know, he's been awful this season. The rivals have been laughing at him all season. I see him, if we get to the final, I see him being the one that gets us there. I see him being the one that gets us the vital goals. And again today, he got 2 of them. So 9 for Aubameyang.
Very, very good. Go home with your 9. Aubameyang gets a 10. Aubameyang definitely gets a 10. Anyone else who's giving Aubameyang anything else than a 10, go cry. Aubameyang gets a 10. He's still our top 3 best players at Arsenal right now, whether you want him gone or not. Definitely should start every single game
this season.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if he notches up a couple of braces and actually finishes like second on the Golden Boot or something, because that's just what he does. I mean, yes, he should have taken the chances last week, and we could have possibly have gone out because of him missing those chances last week, because those away goals are very, very crucial. But bench Aubameyang, go home with your bench Aubameyang, and start.
I mean, again, I'm more happy that he scored twice when I said bench him than I would have been if he scored twice when I said play him, because then he's proven me wrong. You know, the point of criticism in football, at least the criticism that, you know, at least I know I give out, I don't want to give it to the players because I hate them. I don't want to give the criticism to the players so they get down or anything. I want to give it to them so they can, you know, hopefully see it. And if they do stumble across it, they maybe say, oh, you know what? I'm going to try and perform a bit better next time. Like, I'm just going to try. And that's all I want when I criticize players. And Aubameyang did that. I criticized him a lot and he proved me wrong. He made me eat that humble pie and I really enjoyed it because we won the game because of him. So I'm really happy he did that.
I have no problem with people being critical. I was disgusted that he missed those chances last week. I was like, what the hell are you doing missing those easy chances? But the fact that at the beginning of the game, people are crying and actually saying Arteta out because he started Aubameyang.
Yeah,
What does that
don't
even
think.
mean?
Yeah,
Arteta out because he's
yeah.
starting Aubameyang.
That's a bit crazy, I think. Over the top.
That is. That's a bit. That's a bit like too far. I think
This
this
screenshot was taken yesterday. There is your proof. What percentage is that? Yeah, bench him 52%. I think it has gone up since. I'm not sure it was 10%, and definitely start him was 39%. So 52%. I need all of you to come apologize to Aubameyang. Unfortunately, HJ and Guna Express have eaten their humble pie. So
I've already sent him. I've already sent him apologies on Twitter. Have you seen his tweet? He said, "No sorry needed. We do what we need to do." So
we have Leicester this week and then Burnley next week. Aubameyang will miss a chance against Burnley, and then in our next game in the round of 16, people will say bench Aubameyang again. I know these Arsenal fans. I absolutely know these Arsenal fans. Anyway,
all focus on the draw though tomorrow.
Yeah, let me stop ranting, but yeah, never ever say bench Aubameyang again. Let's get into the substitutes. HJ Willian came on, assisted, first assist in a while.
Yeah, assist. I thought he was one that I was actually trying to press, was actually trying to run around, do something, put a shift in. 6 for him today.
6? I think that's the high. I'm actually serious. I think that's the highest HJ has ever given Willian on here. 6. The next first.
2. I'm sorry. I'm not even. I know it's going to seem really bad because I don't like Willian. I don't want him to ever put a shirt on for Arsenal again. And you can maybe say I have an agenda, whatever else, but there are reasons to have agendas against Willian. The guy has the audacity to wear Chelsea shin pads under his Arsenal socks, and I will keep mentioning
Slavia Praga made it too.
I'll keep mentioning that the fact that he wears those Chelsea shin pads until the day that he burns them, because I'm sorry, the disrespect to wear rival teams' merchandise, whether you played for them for 10 years, I don't care or not, it's disrespect completely. For me, that's almost as bad as what Saka did when he swore at the fans. That's such a disgusting thing. Willian, his whole mentality for me is just not, it's not an Arsenal mentality. When we scored the third goal, Willian, he celebrated, but he didn't even smile. The guy looked so upset that we scored. When we won the game, and when the game was over, I genuinely thought Willian was a Benfica player for a second because he looked so upset. He didn't look happy. He didn't look like he cared.
That is because 90% of people were crying before he even came on.
Yeah, because we have a reason to. The guy's trash. The guy is trash for Arsenal. His career has been good, and I'm not taking that away from him. He's been a very good player, and I was quite excited when he came in at the club. But he's not lived up to that hype. And in fact, he's so far from living up to it that it's hilarious. But assist again. You can argue that, he could have crossed it in and it was good vision to see Tierney. Yeah, but again, it was the goal more than the assist. People are talking about the assist more than the goal simply because it's Willian. It was a simple pass at the end of the day. Tierney ran through, beat 2 players and scored. So it was just a simple assist. Anybody could have made that assist. Smith Rowe could have done it. Any of them. And again, the fact that he's played more minutes than Pepe and he still doesn't really do that much for me. I think Martinelli would have made a better difference. He could have done something else. And again, I'm not going to blame Willian because again, it's a matter of why is Arteta bringing him on? Why is Arteta? I think as well, for me, it's the fact that he came on at the time he did. We're 2 goals down. We need to score 2 goals. And you bring on Willian, who's not scored a single goal for Arsenal in 28 appearances. I don't get that. But 2, I just didn't. Again, I don't rate his performances. I can't see anything in them.
Willian came on, gave an assist as I expected him to do today. 2, I'd give you Guna Express a 2 for your rating on Willian. You deserve less than a 2. I don't think he was wearing Chelsea shin pads today. Listen, I don't think he should be here next season. I actually have a feeling that his contract will get cancelled, just like Ozil and Mkhitaryan. I don't think he'll be here next season. But for today, probably his best game in a while. Got the assist. Didn't give away silly balls like he usually does. I didn't see him walking around like he usually does. He gets a 7 for me. Willian gets a 7. But he should start every single game between now and the end of the season and get his captaincy. Willian, experienced guy, gets a 7. The next one is going to be, I'll give you Guna Express. Who else came on? Partey.
5. same thing as Xhaka, what would have been Ceballos if he didn't make mistakes. Didn't really have anything to do in the middle, nothing really. What did he do? Like, what did he have to do today? Nothing really. He could have played in that midfield on his own. Like, we were saying earlier, maybe bring Martinelli on and just take off Xhaka. Like, it was so simple. I could have sat in that midfield and not made it, not had to do anything. Like anybody could have done. So he looks a little bit tired for me though. Like, as in, like, unfit. Like, you see some of, like, the way he was moving. He didn't, like, Partey runs at you. He runs at you when you've got the ball. Today he didn't. So I think maybe he's just getting back to fitness. So I think having those minutes is good. It's benefiting, but
you're breaking up a bit. Sorry. Let me read a couple of comments. David says, "I've never felt Oba was the problem. I think he does better running onto balls into the final third." Listen, I think Lacazette does a better job holding up the ball than him. That is obvious. That is very obvious.
Yeah.
But I'll still keep on saying it. Bench Aubameyang. What are you talking about? Bench Aubameyang. Has says hello from Belfast. Thank you for being here. Northern Ireland in the house. Let me tell you something. I think Stuart Dallas is from Northern Ireland. He's a brilliant player. Has says KT for captain as well. Absolutely. Samuel says Willian 7. Willian played better today. I agree that David. Absolutely. Cynthia, she's a Benfica fan. Hello, gents. I hate you all and you lose in the next round. Thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate it. How rude.
Bottle the lead.
Bottle the lead. Benfica doing Benfica things, huh? I know, so sorry, super bitter. In all seriousness, good luck in the next round. I hope so. And yeah, I did hear your comment, HJ. Leicester actually losing to Slavia Prague. And yeah, Leicester should be afraid of us over the weekend. If they actually beat us again at King Power Stadium, I'll be mad. So HJ, Partey?
Partey straight down the middle, 5. Didn't have much to do with Benfica, one that threatening down the middle. So I'll keep it short, 5.
5, okay. Go next first, Lacazette.
5, didn't have any time to really do anything. Just 5. I love his new boots, by the way.
Yeah, trust the process. Absolutely.
He's great new boots, but what did he do? Did he have time to do anything really?
Yeah, speaking of those boots, does anyone know where to get those boots? Like, trust the process. I love it. HJ?
Lacazette. 5 straight down the middle. Again, didn't do loads, to be honest. Held up the ball a few times, but other than that, nothing much.
I love the way Chambers and El Neni came on like they were coming to do anything. But yeah, I would have brought in a second goalkeeper myself. I would have brought in Ryan, like, just get the goalkeeper in there. Like, I think they actually had a chance when Chambers and El Neni came on. So, yeah, I wish you could do that. So I'll give both of them 5. And then the last... Yeah,
you could play Saka goalkeeper the way that he just plays every position and does really well in it. So get him in goalkeeper when we need him.
Very good player. Then the last one, I'll give you the honor to start, HJ. Arteta.
Arteta, right. Today I'll probably give him a 3. Unfortunately, his game plan going into this was all wrong, and he got saved by Saka and Aubameyang. There's not much more I can say. Substitution-wise, I guess you could say in some aspects he got it right with Willian. I guess you could say that, but again, it was a 2-3 yard pass. I think anyone else could have done that. But he did contribute Willian today, so you can give him praise for that. But the initial reaction to the substitution wasn't very good from Arteta. Yeah, it worked out, but still, the game plan was all wrong throughout. And again, he got saved. So 3 for Arteta.
Okay, so as I said, today I'm really going to fight Gun Express and HJ about Arteta. Let me tell you something about Arteta, everyone. I can see 50 people on my side. Mikel Arteta, the one thing I always say about him, I told HJ in Gun Express yesterday, Arsenal's mentality is better than it was under Wenger and Emery. We used to get red cards and used to concede 6 goals, 7 goals, 8 goals. These days, even when you have 9 men against Wolves, I feel like we can still do something. We went 2-1 down today, and everyone was tweeting Arteta out, what a mess, what a mess. I'll correct you, HJ. Saka did not save Arteta's job. Ceballos almost cost Arteta his job. We did not concede any goal because of tactics. Every single of the 3 games in the 2 games, 3 goals in the 2 games. We gave away a penalty, we gave away a free kick, and we gave away a goal through Ceballos. Arteta did not make any mistake from that. If you like it or not, he did bring on Willian and he did give an assist. People already judging him before he did anything on the pitch. He also put Saka at right back and he gave an assist. So we are not going to give him credit for all that. People will say he was forced to put Saka at right back. He wasn't forced. We'd have brought in Cedric for Bellerin. I know some Arsenal fans wanted us to lose for Arteta to go out, but I am sorry. We will beat Leicester over the weekend. We will finish in the top 6. Mark my words again, and we are going to have a good run in the cup. And Arteta, I'm always going to support him because I see more positives than negatives. If you're Arteta out, that's fine. That's you. Go cry for today. Arteta is going to get an 8. We are through to the next round. Arteta, my manager. If you don't agree, go cry. Go next, press Arteta.
2, awful. Once again, another shocking performance, really. Yeah, we won, but did we play well? No. You can say that the reason why we conceded twice was mistakes. Who picks the players that make mistakes? I know we all said play Ceballos, right? I know we all said that. But he still made mistakes. Yeah. You are the manager. You need to assess before the match what's going to happen. Ceballos, the second mistake was a pass back. Now, I've said it before countless times. Arteta's 2 tactics of this. You pass around the back and you build up from passing around the back. We always pass the ball backwards. Look at Mohamed El Sideways for an example. And also, don't forget that going forward, all we ever do is cross the ball in. Yeah. Dani Ceballos could have passed the ball forward in about 3 or 4 different ways. He chose to pass it backwards. Why? Because Arteta's telling him to do it. Arteta's drilling into the minds of the players to pass the ball backwards. Look at Gabriel. He stood off from an attacker when he could have easily won the ball from him. Why? Because that's Arteta's tactics, to stand off, wait for them to push you, and then basically sandwich them. Why did Gabriel pass the ball back so many times today when he never does that? Because he's been told to do it. For me, Arteta, he is a manager, and if you don't do what he says, you get dropped. And I understand that. That's acceptable. But for me, the only reason Bellerin and Xhaka still play is because they're yes men. All they do is a plead to whatever Arteta says. They agree with him for whatever he says. And that's why Martinelli, and that's why the likes of Cedric and Pepe have been dropped, because they decided to not listen to him. They decided to do their own thing because they were getting sick and tired of losing. Like, today, again, substitutions, all of them were awful. You can say Willian came on and had an assist, whatever else, great. But look at all the other substitutions. Partey was an all right sub, but Lacazette came on and did nothing. He brought on El Neni and Chambers on way too late, and he always takes too late to bring on the substitutions. Why is Martinelli not being played again? Why is Martinelli on the bench again? Why is Pepe on the bench again? What have they done to not get on? Like, what have they done? I want him to answer what they have done to not
what
get
have they
game
done
time.
to deserve? Pepe has not done enough to prove to stay in this team.
But he scored 3 goals, and he scored 3 goals in his last 4 performances. So that's actually really good.
I can also tell you Willian has 6 assists. I can also tell you Willian has 6 assists.
Willian has 0 goals. He's 0 goals. Pepe has a higher goal contribution than Willian, so that makes no sense. Martinelli, who is one of the Premier League's best young players, and who at the time when he was playing was dubbed as a higher ceiling than Saka. Why is he not playing? Well, don't tell me because he's injured, because I'm not hearing that. The guy's been back for a month. He's barely played, so how is he ever meant to get back to fitness anyway if he ain't playing games? His man management of Pepe and especially Martinelli is awful, and I would not be surprised, genuinely, if Martinelli leaves in the summer for cheap money, because Arteta doesn't like him. He doesn't rate him. He doesn't like his style of play, and he doesn't want to use him, and we're seeing that because he still isn't using him. Also, again, I didn't agree with the starting lineup. It worked, so give him his points and that for that. But the thing that annoys me, yes, we won.
But why is there always a but? Why can't you just say he did well? Why is there always a but?
How poor were Benfica? How awful are they? And there's probably some Benfica fans in this chat. Accept it. You lot are trash this season. You've been awful. We have as well. Yeah, we've been awful as well. But they fell over the ball about 6 times going forward. They genuinely fell over the ball. Like, they're rubbish. I'm sorry, they are rubbish. They're the exact same as us. Their board is awful. The manager's awful. All the rest of it. But come on, seriously, we shouldn't be conceding 3 goals to Benfica. We should be beating them 8-1 like Tottenham were doing. We should be beating them 4-0 in one leg like Man United are doing. Like, we will get, if we play like we did today, or if we play like we did last week against a Roma and a Milan and Man United, we're losing. End of story. We're losing. So everybody gets their hopes up now that we're through. when we get Roma tomorrow, because I see it happening, and they beat us 4-0 in the first leg, don't come crying about it. But Arteta, again, I want him to prove me wrong. Seriously, I want him to win the Europa League. I want him to stay for another season and win the Premier League or something like that. But I just don't see it. I genuinely don't see us winning the Europa League. But
so
see what happens.
Arsenal Alex says they didn't pick him themselves. Seriously, tell me, who did you want to play alongside Saka? Did you want Tierney to start ahead of? We literally have no one to play in that position.
I didn't want Saka
to start in that position?
I didn't want Saka to play.
No, it's so easy to say that right now, HJ. But if you check the previous ratings, you say that he should never play for Arsenal again. Also, Gun Express has just said that he should tell that these players would make mistakes. How would you tell that Glen would handle the ball outside of the box against Wolves? So would you drop him in the next game? No. Sabas was the only player there. Let me tell you my final points. People are saying Tierney should not start because of the injury. He was one of our best players today. People said Aubameyang should be benched. That doesn't know what he's doing. He saved us today. People are saying Saka should play in this position, play number 10, wherever position he played today. It worked. He did bring on Willian. It worked. Arteta is my manager, and as I said, wait. As I said yesterday, Carlo Ancelotti and Allegri should come to Arsenal and become Arteta's assistant manager. I'm not talking about Arteta again. Arteta gets a 10. Screw all of you. Arteta gets a 10.
Ancelotti would have won the Europa League by now, mate. He'd have beaten Benfica 5-0 in the first leg and played the under-23s and still won. Trust me. He's 20 times the manager Arteta will ever be. Ancelotti, and this is a bit of a runoff, but for me, Ancelotti is the best manager currently in world football. I don't care what anybody says. The guy's won more Champions League trophies than pretty much everybody other than Mourinho. Pep's a good manager, but nah. For me, Ancelotti, the guy can do it with everybody. He's so cool and calm with it. Look at Napoli, yeah? Napoli just lost to Granada. They're out. They're out the Europa League. Like, Carlo Ancelotti was doing wonders with them to say that they had a poor team back then. So he's my manager. I want him, but he's never going to come because we don't have the money to supply him with. So
that is me and Arteta laughing at all of you, just wondering what the hell any of you is saying in the chats and Gun Express over here. Keep in mind, by the way, I don't hate anyone who's Arteta out. I'm a Hamid supporter. Like I really support. I try to support Arteta, the likes of Bellerin sometimes, but hey, we were arguing a bit, but I absolutely love Gun Express, as I always say. I love everyone in the chat. Thank you. We went through. I'll be live tomorrow for the live draw reaction. I saw Cookie asking it earlier. HJ, man of the match?
Aubameyang and Saka, I can't choose between one.
Okay, Gun Express.
Man of the match for me, Saka. Aubameyang's definitely close second, though.
Okay, let me read a few comments. HJ, this is for you from Cynthia. She says, I'm sitting right here, stop being rude. I think that was for Gun Express, sorry about Benfica. Hala don't. Okay, interesting name. Mind games with Martinelli is only a youngster. That's for you, Gun Express. Watch us get Emery in the next round. I absolutely don't want Villarreal in the next round.
We have choices of, we could get Molda, Young Boys, Dinamo Zagreb, Dinamo Kiev. They could be all easy ties for us, but watch us get like United or Unai Emery or something.
You know what I've said? My thought process is, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I see Tottenham and Man United getting the likes of Molda and Zagreb and us getting Roma. I just see it. They're going to get easy targets. They're going to win their games easily, and we're going to get an absolute behemoth like a Roma or a Milan.
I think we'll get Young Boys. I think we'll get Young Boys.
I take Young Boys. Wait, that sounds kind of weird. I don't like calling them Young Boys, man. There's so many.
Take Young Boys. Someone clicked out. Someone take Young Boys.
I absolutely don't want Villarreal. If Emery beats us in the first leg, you'll start hearing this. Emery was always better than Arteta. Terrible, man. Who's the man of the match again? Gonna express one player?
Saka for me. Yeah,
Saka. HJ.
I was clipping it up. Yeah, what did he say?
Man of the match. One player you mentioned.
Probably Aubameyang or Saka.
Okay,
probably Saka then. I'll be Saka.
Yeah, Cynthia says cut the clip. Yeah, I didn't even remember that.
I'm cutting it right now. I'm cutting it.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
I've just been Don Robbie baited, haven't I? It's gonna be one of them ones. Oh Lord. Oh God.
I'm so Don Robbie. I'm so happy we won. My manager, I'll rub it in HJ's face and Gun Express. my captain Aubameyang doing the job. Thank you everyone for watching. Shout out to Arsenal Alex, Hola, yeah, your name, RK Sweetie, Cynthia, everyone in the chat, Cookie List, there's so many
big
comments.
up the chat, big up the chat, big up the chat.
Truguna, Harry JC, Samuel, David, obviously, I appreciate it. Arsenal fan reviews. I don't know if I can mention everyone, but yeah, I appreciate it, everyone in the chat. Make sure to drop a like on the video. I appreciate it. Shout out to Gun Express. Go follow him on Twitter and on his YouTube, the Gun Express, for his reaction later. HJ90 has his I can hear Neko. HJ.
Say that again.
Mute your mic, please.
Oh yeah, I was just clipping it up.
So what was I saying? Make sure you drop a like on the video. Thank you everyone in the chat. Make sure you follow Gun Express on his YouTube and Twitter. Make sure you follow HJ90 on his YouTube and his Twitter. We won. Please don't give us Manchester United or Roma tomorrow. You can give us Molde, and Arteta can win the Europa League and shut all the haters up. And Bellerin can sign a new contract. Screw all of you again. Thank you for watching. Keep staying safe, and I'll catch up with you guys later.
Arteta out.